It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Sunday, the 7th of August. I'm Michael Groff. Active weather returns to the area today with showers and thunderstorms over eastern Arizona pushing toward us by later this afternoon and tonight. The primary threat from storms today will focus on strong gusty winds and blowing dust, although a few of you could see some locally heavy rain as well. All right, let's get into it here. Looking at the almanac from yesterday, 108 degrees the afternoon high, 86 was the morning low. The normal high, 106, the normal low, 84. And as we look outside right now here at 11:35 a.m., scattered clouds across the area right now. We're sitting at 93 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew points at 61, relative humidity 34%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. The upper air look this morning shows high pressure sitting off to the east and northeast of us from the Rockies out through the Plain States. The flow aloft here over Arizona is out of the east and southeast. And we do have an inverted trough approaching from the east as well, and that's going to be the focal point for showers and storms across the eastern part of the state today, and those will move into the lower deserts this afternoon. The watch warning map, we have an air quality alert for Maricopa County, and the National Weather Service has already gone ahead and issued a blowing dust advisory for much of southwest Maricopa, most of Pinal, and a good portion of Pima County, and that is in effect from 5 p.m. this afternoon until 11 p.m. tonight. Again, they're very confident that we'll see gusty winds leading to blowing dust. Included in that advisory, you've got Gila Bend over toward Maricopa, South Mountain, Ahwatukee, Queen Creek, much of the south and southeast valley, and then down toward the usual gust corridors of I-8 and I-10. So the threat of blowing dust will increase as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. Again, the entire Phoenix area is not in that, but again, the south and southeast valley is. So be aware of that later this afternoon and this evening. The convective outlook for today, a marginal risk of severe storms over parts of Iowa, Colorado, and here in Arizona, that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. Those areas in the darker green for much of southern and central Arizona from close to Yuma over toward Gila Bend up to Prescott, Sedona, Tucson, Nogales, and of course the Phoenix metro area is in this. And those areas today could see the primary risk from storms will be strong, potentially damaging straight line winds. That's our main focus, and that could lead to some blowing dust. There could also be some small hail and locally heavy rain in the strongest storms. But again, in terms of severe weather, damaging wind is the main threat that we're looking out for today. And that potential is fairly high, especially just to the east of Greater Phoenix. But even here in the valley, we do have that threat today. All right, here is the precipitation outlook. This is valid through next Sunday morning. Rain amounts here in Phoenix between about 1/3 to 1/2 inch or so. And a little bit heavier rain, of course, up north, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. We could see 2 to 3 inches potentially in a few spots to the south. And again, whenever you look at this map, remember your amount will vary. Any one spot can get more than what's shown here. This represents an average across the region over the next 7 days. So let's get into the details of this forecast, and to do so, we'll take a look at the models, see what the future may hold, and here we go. This is the GFS. It's the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Once more, the players on the board, high pressure off to the east, an inverted trough approaching from the east and southeast today. And so what it means for us down at the surface, some clouds around through the rest of the day today, scattered showers and thunderstorms developing over the higher terrain of eastern Arizona, pushing toward the lower deserts by this afternoon. High temperatures here in Phoenix, we should top out somewhere in the upper 90s to around 105. And those storms should start to affect us, I'd say, by the late afternoon, sometime around 5 o'clock onward, maybe to as late as 10 or 11, and then activity should diminish thereafter through the overnight hours, although we could still see a few storms linger into the overnight. And one of the reasons that we believe strong, potentially damaging wind is a factor today, let me show you. This is a forecast sounding. This is coming off of one of our convective allowing models. This is the HRRR at 6 p.m. today. And what you're looking at here is an atmospheric profile. And I know when we show these, this is really turning up the geekometer. We are weather geeks here after all. And so our belief that we have strong gusty winds is a possibility. Number one, the lower levels of the atmosphere are rather dry. I know when you step outside today, it feels kind of sticky out, but compared to recent days, the lower atmosphere, the lower 12,000 plus feet of the atmosphere is very dry. So as that rain-cooled air comes in and hits that, these downdrafts, we really get the strong gusty winds that come out, rushing out ahead of these storms, these strong outflows. And you can see it's reflected also in the D-Cape values, or downdraft cape, downshear cape, which is anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram. Now, thunderstorms for Phoenix are going to have a hard time. They're going to start to die out as they come on in here because we have one big limiting factor, and that is convective inhibition. There's sort of a capping inversion as well that we have here. So convective inhibition, that's sort of a counter force in the atmosphere that sort of limits how tall these thunderstorms can grow. And so that's why many of our high-res models today show storms trying to come into Phoenix, and they do kind of that hokey pokey. They sort of dance around the outside of the valley. So we'll see some storms headed toward Phoenix, and they're going to kind of split off. Some will go north and some will go south. And I think there's going to be some of you that don't see any rain or any storms at all. Others might. So that's why we're going to keep a 30 to 40% chance of rain in the forecast for this afternoon and tonight. Speaking of tonight, we'll continue with that chance of showers and storms, especially in the evening. Overnight lows, mostly in the upper 70s to mid 80s. And then tomorrow, today probably will not totally contaminate the atmosphere. So I do expect another round of showers and storms to fire up tomorrow afternoon. So we'll keep that chance of rain going. It really depends on how much activity we have today. And high temperatures tomorrow should still manage to stay below average, somewhere in the upper 90s to about 103. And then for much of the week ahead, we will see these periodic enhancements of showers and storms. And I think Tuesday might be another day with a disturbance coming through. So we've bumped the rain chance up to 50%. There is that possibility of heavier rain. As deeper monsoon moisture comes in, we will again transition from a severe weather threat to one that features more heavy rain and local flooding. So a 50% chance of storms Tuesday. High temperatures again staying below average. Probably we very easily could stay in the upper 90s through the afternoon. We might not make the century mark, depending on cloud cover and precipitation. Wednesday, we'll continue with that chance of showers and storms. Same thing Thursday, same thing Friday, mainly focused in the afternoon and evening hours, but they could happen just about any time, and high temperatures will remain below average. This is Saturday, and the weather pattern just doesn't change very much. Occasional disturbances coming through for scattered to occasionally numerous showers and thunderstorms and temps below average. Here's a week from today. This is Sunday, the 14th of August, and you guessed it, more of the same. High pressure sitting off to the east. Inverted troughs or disturbances rotate around that into the southwest for a continuation of scattered showers and thunderstorms, most numerous in the afternoon and evening hours, and temperatures below normal. Looking out 10 days, this is Tuesday, the 16th. And again, weather pattern, it's not changing all that much. This is about the longest I've seen this pattern really consistently hold in quite some time. High pressure continues to just sit over the Rockies or the Plain States, kind of oscillating back and forth. Sometimes it goes as far west as the Pacific Northwest and then pivots back. And we remain under this east or southeasterly flow most days. So a continuation of scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms with humid conditions and temperatures to remain just a little bit below normal. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix, and this is going out through the 21st of August, and this is coming off of the European ensemble. The mean is still up there around 1.5 inches, and we could really use the rain. We are so far behind on rainfall. This monsoon has been about average, but in terms of our yearly rainfall, we have just hardly had any. We've only had officially at Sky Harbor about 1 2/3 inches. So we are still technically on pace for the driest year on record. And looking at temperatures off the European ensemble, and again, on most days, we're going to be below average through at least the middle part of the month, maybe an indication of somewhat warmer conditions later on in the month, but that remains to be seen. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, of course, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, all that stuff that YouTubers say at the end of their videos. It's like mandatory or something. I swear we don't all get a memo, but it just sounds like it. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions, yada, yada. You know what to do by now, I'm sure, right? YouTube is not like some brand new medium. All right. And music fans, check it out. Available 24/7, 365. My streaming station, it is called KMGX. We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun doing that. We consists of myself, your humble weather guy, and the one and only Michelle, your gurus of music, and we are there to entertain you, and that's what we do by programming and operating that station. So I implore you, check it out. Do yourself a favor, give it a listen. It is always there for you. I leave a link to it in the description. All right, thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is appreciated far beyond anything I could ever articulate. You guys, please be safe out there, especially with that dust potentially coming in this afternoon. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and have yourselves an amazing rest of your Sunday.